as the camera zooms
Or is
in.
this on the way to?
Or is this on the way to
Oh, you'll
Bogstad?
find
Yeah.
out. I'll get into it.
Okay, I guess we'll find out.
Here we go.
Okay, so once again, let's begin. Thanks for showing up, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Okay. So, we join our adventurers again as they make their journey from
Hardale?
Hardale. I almost said Hardstead, and I was like, that's wrong. That's two of them combined. Hardale to Volkstead. While on the journey one night, the fog is a lot thicker. The moon shining through, making it illuminated in various shadows and shades through the fog. Shapes start to appear. Some noises are heard and grants life to the surrounding area. Eventually the fog becomes so thick that you can barely see each other. Calling out to one another, you eventually get close and manage to maintain a very close distance together while pushing through the fog. After a moment, you realize you are no longer with your caravan. Looking around, you notice a light, maybe a lantern or a firelight. Progressing towards it, slowly shapes start to take form as you start hearing the hustle and bustle of townsfolk. Bell ringing, music playing, and slowly you enter into a clear cobblestone street, glistening from dew, lit from the various torchlight surrounding the area and lighting the street. Before you is a large tavern of some sort, with a very distinct sign saying, "The pub that never sleeps." Intrigued by this and possessed by some kind of curiosity, you reach out towards that door and open it up. Immediately the sound of joyous noise, brawling, happy laughter besets you, and you're enveloped in this cacophony of sounds and smells, of warmth and cold and spittle from various people, things, races. As you start to realize it's kind of a blur, you find yourself suddenly at the bars. I can't think what it is. The bar.
Pub, tavern.
Pub.
Yeah. To which the barkeep is sitting there, dressed in fine garb, with a hood. Turning towards you, you notice you cannot see into his hood, as dark as night, somewhat starlit, and it almost looks like you're looking into the recess, as if there's nothing there to begin with. You get the distinct impression that he's wearing glasses, though you can see none. As he reaches up his hand and pushes glasses that you cannot see onto his bridge of his nose as the motion, he continues to wipe a mug out, setting one down at a time in front of you. And in a deep voice that penetrates your mind, he says, "Welcome to the pub that never sleeps. What can I get young travelers?"
Nice place you got here.
Indeed. We have any kind of refreshment that you might require. Tell me, what brings you
Is this the pub
here?
at the end of the universe?
Maybe.
I think we got turned around in the fog, right?
Hey, mead with the stinger, please.
Immediately, your mug that's sitting in front of you fills up with an amber liquid that you recognize. And seemingly out of nowhere, a parasol and a straw appears, strange in design.
Hey, how'd you know I was a good drink drunk?
Honestly, this pub knows all. It knows what you desire, and should you will it, it will be.
Ooh, Slanish.
That seems fine.
It's good.
Could I get?
Yeah, baby.
What is it? An oil slick then, which is a gnomish drink, hot chocolate with a very healthy portion of gnomish brandy in there as well. So
Tastes like a bee took a piss. It's just right.
Glad you're enjoying it. You should thank the mug. As you mention this and think about it, the mug starts to fill up with the liquid that you desire.
Well, I dropped my stinger in it.
And what about you, fine sir? As he gestures towards Dakren.
I'll take an ale.
Oh, a man of simple tastes, but you'll find that this taste is more refined than what you're used to. As ale starts to pour into your mug from what seems to be an invisible bottle, as you see the stream go out and into the mug and fill it up. Nothing was there. The others had filled from the bottom up, and they didn't notice anything. Seems strange.
Would you like a little cocoa, Jasper? Would you like a little stinger in your cocoa?
no, I think this will probably be all right. Take a big sniff. He's got to.
Well, after 3 of these, I might eat a cockroach.
Oh, really? Warming up to the idea, are you?
Only if you take a stinger.
As you guys are sitting there and enjoying your refreshments, is there anything I can get you? Anything that you desire for your hunger? Or maybe company or rest?
Look, Keeper, how did
Is
we
it-
get here and where are we?
Yeah, what's the
Well-
context for this? Is this we were on our way to Alkstad or some other time? Or?
Yeah.
You were on your way to Vogstad, and during one of the towards the evening, about dusk time, thick fog enclosed around you. You seemingly lost track of the caravan you were with. I'd have to look at my notes. I can't remember the girl's name that we.
Ernest,
Yeah.
you are in character tonight, aren't you?
Huh?
He's eating the worms over there.
I see. But yeah, you guys were traveling, had more or less made your arrangements, had started journeying, and seemingly you were walking, and you heard the caravan next to you, the wagon, quote unquote caravan, and it had been making noise. Things went silent. You started to realize it was just you guys, and you called out to each other, grouped up, and then wandering for a little bit, you started to notice a light, a lantern light, kind of glowing through the fog. As you approached it, you ended up onto this cobblestone street that, kind of like your old London-styled, after the rain, dark kind of street where it's glistening from the light. And before you rest a pub, you were basically at its doorsteps, and to your left or right, it basically disappears into the fog again. Minus the street, but you could tell that there was like people moving around in the fog, like carriages or people walking around, noises and stuff that way. But the majority of the noise that you heard, that cacophony of laughter, of joyful noise, of music, was seemingly everywhere, but you were drawn towards the pub where it became much louder and seemed to be coming from there.
Are we?
Then suddenly you found yourself at the bar itself, like you had wandered through. Looking behind you right now, Dakren, you notice that there's just a sprawl of tables. You don't actually see the front door. You get the concept that you see the edge of the walls of this pub, but you can't gauge the distance. It's like
I'm going to cross my fingers and look at my hand and see if it looks like my normal hand or if I'm dreaming.
How
So you're
many
gonna
have you
cross
had?
your fingers? They cross.
Yeah, that's what I do in dreams if I think it's a dream. Because if you look at your hand, the number of fingers like varies because your brain is like trying to generate. It's weird, but that's worked in the past. So I'm trying to cross my fingers and just
You
count my
cross your
fingers.
fingers, and they
Thanks
cross.
for getting that in
So
my
it
head.
feels like normal, but you definitely get the distinct impression like it's that fuzziness that you can't tell your surroundings, almost like a dream, or maybe you're daydreaming. But you seem to be able to be very conscious of yourself.
And
And the liquor and the drink and refreshments before you are very conscious. And the bartender himself is very conscious before you. Almost like you're awake for just those particular things.
Wait. Is my bone tickling? Because this sounds like some big Kotha shenanigans right here.
You do not distinctly notice any bum tickling.
do
Well,
Other
I'm gonna
than
offer.
the
gonna
internal
do the-
grumbling of your stomach maybe being prepared to expel a certain gas.
are we
I'm gonna do the bard strategy and offer to play for my keep.
let's go to.
You first.
I was gonna say,
Jasper.
are we kind of walked in, sat down, and this guy started giving us drinks. Are we like freaking out that there's a faceless guy with a hood in front of us, or are we kind of just like accepting of it, like in a like, oh yeah, this is normal?
Pretty accepting of
Yeah.
it. It's almost like
Yeah.
he has a
Right.
face, he has glasses, and you feel like you can see his
Yeah,
face,
but we can't.
but it's
Yeah.
just a black void.
Okay, I'm just trying to get
And his
an
hands,
idea of our mindset
his
here.
hands are just in fine gloves that then goes into a white pleated shirt sleeve, into a vest that is red and blue in design. It almost looks like butterfly wings, or maybe bat wings, or demon wings, or angel wings. It's hard to tell. It shimmers and shakes. And he seems in fine garb, very well dressed as a bartender. And he's just cleaning mugs. Occasionally he slides one off to the side. You don't really pay attention to where it goes, and it disappears. Eventually he pulls out another one from seemingly somewhere. And at the moment it seems caring that you're taking care of.
Okay.
As you, Hargus, unless there's anything else Dakren or Jasper wants to mention or do.
I'm going to, as I'm kind of wondering if this is real, I'm going to think in my mind about Colette, the woman I loved who is now dead. I'm going to think of her and kind of look around, see if anything happens.
So, interesting point. Hold on, I need my dice.
The bartender said, anything you want.
Oh,
So I'm going to see if it's a lucid dream that I can control and
he's already hacked the
And,
GM.
be my girl.
So,
What girl?
as you look around, you know how sometimes you see someone in a crowd and you think you recognize them? Or you're like, isn't that... This happens to you once, twice, 3, 4 times. And every time you catch a glimpse of them, and then you try to get a better position and they disappear. As you are distracted by this, the bartender refers to you and goes, I see you are seeking someone that you have not seen for a long time. Perhaps separated, or perhaps they are no longer alive or in the same realm of existence as you. Would you wish to see them?
Yes. I'm just going to ask you, is this a dream?
Wait, what?
Is this real? I can't tell. It seems real, but at the same time, I'm not sure where I am right now.
This is
Things are
very
weird.
much real.
Is that an option?
As much as you and me.
Can we share a dream? Is that an option? Because I'm here. I'm not
I mean, I know I'm real.
Right, and I know I'm real.
You own a few lasses I wouldn't mind sparing a dream with, but
With me.
this is a new one on me.
Right.
It's understandable. You mentioned earlier that you weren't aware of how you got here.
Right.
You wandered in.
Right.
You were distraught in seeking, yet found by not what you were looking for. You're in a type of limbo-like state. Welcome to the inn that never rests, or the pub that never rests.
You know, when you say it that way, it
Now-
takes on an ominous tone that I hadn't previously perceived from just the sign out front.
Hey, like a Twilight Zone host.
Right.
Well then, it's up to you to find out why it never rests.
I feel like he's going to tell us to
If
control
you
the vertical
speak-
and horizontal.
But if you're willing to seek those that you cannot find, feel free to step through that door over there. And a door that you haven't noticed just at the end of the bar. In fact, you have Dakren, Jasper, and Hargus. And the door's right next to Dakren. Like if you were sitting next to the wall at the edge of the bar. Previously, in your mind, you hadn't noticed the depth being there. Like the walls were much further away. And as he gestures to it, you notice a very friendly handle. Good, solid mahogany kind of coloration door.
Yeah, I like a nice
Seemingly-
wood.
What?
I like a nice wood. Scratch it and sniff it.
Behind that,
That's the best.
behind that door, you can find those that you seek, for whatever reason. But know this, what you seek may not be what you want.
So, like, is Bran behind the door? Because we're seeking Bran, right? Isn't that what we're doing here?
Are we?
Right?
I thought I was drinking.
I'm also wondering where that Sarah
read.
girl went. She was escorting us to Volkstad. And
Right.
was that,
All
did
of
it
you
link up?
roll intelligence checks for me.
Just intelligence?
Just intelligence.
Forget if I have
5.
a 14.
14.
6.
Hargus and Dakren, as you're talking about this, you can't remember
Wait,
why you were doing that. In
I'm
fact,
feeling especially smart.
why were you doing that? Something that's more important to you is behind that door. And
Can I finish my needs?
the girl that you were thinking about, Dakren, becomes more prevalent to mind. Memories of that. Memories important to you from the past are more important now. But what you were doing while you were traveling, this is where you wanted to be. Same thing for you, Hargus. Jasper,
Wait.
while a little fuzzy, no, Brambrek, like we were all traveling together. What was going on?
Right.
And that's where your
The
mind
past
was
is dead to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Bran was
I
like,
would rather be in the me.
Bran's kind of the immediate
Rather be
future, though.
immediate.
Like, we're going to get Bran, right? And we were going to get Bran, and then the fog came, and then we kind of got sidetracked, and we got here.
Dakren and
I'm
Hargus
gonna-
do not remember this.
I'm just gonna I'm just kind of staring at Jasper as he's doing this, really analyzing it. I'm just gonna put him in the hat. And when I feel it, I'm like, I don't know if we're all in this dream together, but I'm all up for a dream journey adventure. So I'm gonna go with the door. What about you guys?
Jasper quickly pages through his notes on what to do in dungeons, looking for an applicable note that someone might have referenced to him.
As you look through that book, you flip to a page and it says what to do in the pub.
Oh, I don't remember putting this.
And it says go through the door.
Oh, wait a minute.
The notebook.
Do I have
I'm all,
This is
any-
obviously not in your
Not in
writing.
my writing? Okay. I was going to say.
not in your handwriting. Whoa,
Insight
that's
check?
creepy.
It's in fact, it's in the handwriting of a certain halfling. Are you halfling
No.
or gnome? I can't
No.
remember.
Yep.
Gnome. A certain gnomish girl that you've met recently.
Oh, man. Oh, that's really...
What were you saying, Hargus?
Marissa.
do I have any bardic foreknowledge here? You know, what am I trying? Lore. Do I have any bardic
Has he
lore?
heard of the Pop Never Sleeps?
Roll a
can roll
history
for
check
that.
for me. Hargus.
I rolled a 19, and I don't really have any modifiers unless my dex or
Oh, this is interesting.
charisma modifier is on there. Oh well, no, I'll have a 2, so 21.
Normally, I would whisper something like this.
I can
to
take my
you
headphones out.
with that kind of
I
roll.
can take my headphones out.
I mean,
Mr.
you
Deliver.
could, but I don't mind if you got.
Should I just
I
put
can
one
mute
in?
Yeah, I can take my headphones out.
Okay.
I can just
I mean, if you
mute
guys
you.
want, I'll just go
Yeah.
like this when I'm done
Okay,
talking
alright,
to him.
All right.
Okay.
I'm down
Here,
here.
I'll
Go
just
for it.
mute you on mine.
So I don't think they can hear us now. So Hargus, you have studied a vast number of fairy tales, of fantasy, of high, of lore that regards to fanciful places. Many of which sound make-believe or otherwise. This pub rings a bell to your mind. You've heard tales of bards talking about a place that dreams become reality to the point of danger, where your nightmares and dreams reside and wait for you that sleeps. The pub that never rests is a place that you're pretty sure refers to this realm, where if you wander there, the only way out is sleep, but you can't sleep. So they talk about going on a journey to escape the area, to fulfill certain conditions so that they can wake from their dream. Because the dream is reality, and the longer they're there, the more real it becomes. That's what you know about it with that. Anyways, we'll go back.
Oh crap!
Oh,
Crap!
oh man. You,
I put a lot of elves. I'll roll my R's quite a bit on
you
this one.
remembered all that.
Austin, can you
Correct,
hear?
sir.
Austin Beck?
I don't think he noticed my
Yep.
sign. Okay.
Do you want to
And-
hear what I know? You want to hear what I know?
Now,
That's
Hargus,
what?
you're aware of this, but you also rolled low on your intelligence check, so it's not
That's
important
true.
to you right now.
Well, it's time to
I'm
put
already
the
got
magic
through
He
the-
into
likes
the
my
heart.
lore drop on him.
Again,
Dragon
So on a scale
belt.
of 1 to oh crap, how did that one do?
that was a lot.
I would give it a double of Satan love.
Okay,
No,
so keep going.
that was pretty high up there. That was like 8 or 9 at least.
Oh, good. This seems fine.
Oh, I yanked my earbuds out. That feels great.
All right, all right. Dakren, is that a good idea? It doesn't say. I don't.
I'm already going through the.
I don't.
You're already going through the door. All right.
Yeah.
Should we go together, all together at least? I suppose. Us.
Can I take my drink with me?
By all means, feel free.
Yeah.
Well,
The pub
alrighty.
will
Me too.
continue to sustain you.
What?
I'm just gonna quietly start refilling all my wineskins.
Yeah, as you pour the mug and pour it into the wineskin, it feels like it fills up. So seems to be working, but also
This
the
is
mug
heaven.
never empties.
I really feel like I need a hat with some sort of straw.
Our,
No, not yet.
Jasper's gonna look at the bartender. He's like, "Is he gonna get hurt in there? What's going on? This is weird. Well, this is kind of
That's up to you.
It's up to me personally. I vote he does not get hurt.
Each of
Oh.
you.
This seems very
After
familiar.
It's your choices that determine your own fate.
Is that true?
This place is really ringing my bells.
Right.
Well then, I hope you find what you're looking for, and eventually get some rest.
Ugh.
What are you talking about? I already found what I'm looking for. I'm here. I'm in heaven, obviously.
All right.
There's all the thieving, stealing, and drinking you
I'm
can
gonna grab
handle.
Hargus's belt
May
and
I see you again?
run after.
Or maybe never again.
And run after Dakren so we don't get separated. Come on, let's go.
I think this
So you guys all go
This
through
is
the
just
door?
a terrible.
Yeah, we go through
I checked my notes. There's nothing in there specifically, but I just know there's got to be one about not going through weird doors. I just know it. I'm gonna add it.
It's an extremely friendly mahogany door.
There's some old Qurani stories about this place, I believe.
What?
At least it sure seems
What is
like
that?
it. But they never mention the ale.
Right. Grannies, I guess. Don't focus on it.
It's got ice in it.
Follow through the door, I guess.
All right.
You mind holding my hand so I can keep drinking?
Dakren was first through the door,
Yeah.
right? And then probably Jasper,
Yes,
then
yeah.
Hargus? Or Hargus, did you go through before Jasper?
Jasper is kind of leading me so I can continue by the rim of my mug.
Pulling him by the pant leg.
Oh, watch the frame.
Okay. As you guys go through the door,
Terrible idea.
you're in a glade.
Oh.
Beautiful flowers, trees, some park benching, a small winding path. And, there's a couple large trees next to the path. It's a beautiful area. It reminds you of someplace, but you can't place where. And as you're looking, you think you see a figure that you recognize, Dakren, from behind. It's this woman. The woman that you've been searching for. Hargus and Jasper, you also see this woman.
Dakren?
She's just a ways off, near a tree, with something like a knife carving into the side. You swear you've been here before. Is this where you first met? Is this where you first kiss? Is this where... And your mind trails off. What do you do? She's probably 30 or
Just
so
here.
feet away from you. Everybody's there, but all of you see the same scenery.
I'm gonna walk till I'm about 15 feet away, and then I slow down and stop complete, and I just call out, Colette.
The head slightly turns. You still can't see the face. And you hear, why? Why did you leave?
Wait a minute. I got nothing.
Hargus kills the mood.
Wait a minute. Nope.
I got nothing.
I just remember I rolled a 6 on intelligence here.
Yep. Okay.
I'm just gonna say I had to. There was a war, and that war could have helped me support you and Stefana. And I'm kind of walking just very slowly to the side to see if I can see her face, to see if it's actually her.
She slowly turns back as you do it, so you never quite see the face. The profile seems to shift as well. Almost like how when you see a painting that's well done, no matter which way your angle that you're on it, it seems to be facing you the same way. The surroundings move, though. You do definitely get a different angle on the tree.
Oh,
And
look
then
at what is she carving?
A what?
What is she carving in the tree?
No, there is a carving in the tree next to her. Like somebody's already carved
What does
it.
it
She was
say?
standing next to it. It currently
what is
has
the
a
carving
C. It has a heart with C plus, and then the symbol is scratched out. You said her name was Colette, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I just kind of wait. What does she do next?
She seems to be shaking, shivering. Make a perception check.
11.
Good enough. She's visibly shaking. Her fists are clenched and quivering. And again, you hear the piercing thought, why? Why did you leave? We needed you. Why? Why? And immediately the head turns, the mouth agape, a ghastly figure of just beady black pearlescent eyes, a gaping jaw, completely open and void in the inside, the blonde hair disappearing into a greenish, nasty rag, long, grayish, brackish skin with long fingernails. As it turns towards you, roll initiative.
Damn.
I immediately set my soul on that happens. I was expecting something like this.
Well, Hargus was examining the area,
Enjoying
trying
yourself,
to get
Jasper?
No,
privacy.
I'm enjoying my.
So do I even get to roll?
I'm enjoying my terrible initiative as always. I do not.
It's
do
20.
not know why I can't roll above a 10 when I roll initiative. Every time the dice is below a 10.
Okay, let me get a notepad.
Hey, Dakren.
So,
I'm gonna roll this dice
20
all
to
night.
15? 20 to 15?
20. Wait a minute.
20?
24. 23.
wow.
23.
Ooh.
Sorry. I know,
Okay.
right? It's like
you are dexterous.
I know.
All right,
Hurt
and
my
Jasper,
joint.
10. Big 10.
Even that fast. Whoa. Well,
Right.
you make up for it in character.
Hargus.
Before we start, what day of the journey was this? Was this basically the kind of the midday of the first day of the journey, or?
This, I'll get back to you on that
Well,
because I do have a table that I have
Okay.
to roll on.
I guess in that case, Dakren, you're probably the only one who had Jasper's famous cricket flapjacks. So make sure you got your 5 HP on there. I don't know, Hargus.
I'm fine with that. If you want to give it to
Hold
both of them,
on.
I'm fine with that because there's not a guarantee that it would happen on the first day, so it could have happened on the second or something that way.
What do you think, Hargus? Are you
Well,
ever
it is
swayed?
completely dependent
Wait,
if-
one morning.
No.
You should have taken the stinger. Would have ate the flapjack.
All right. So Hargus is still abstaining. In that case, Jasper's giving another flapjack to Bruce the Bat every morning, and just making sustained eye contact with Hargus every morning that he doesn't eat the cricket flapjack. He's just staring at him, feeding the pancake,
What are you looking at?
feeding the flapjack to Hargus.
Cricket was making you strange. It's just like 31 years of marriage.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm glad.
What are you gonna deny me?
I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't want it. Bruce really likes him. Bruce really likes him, so it's fine.
Okay.
They're not bad, Hargus. They're
Maybe if I sopped it in some ale, I don't know. Maybe if I sopped it in 3 ales, that probably would
I
help.
feel like I have to.
It helps with
I feel like I
mud
have to share this
I mean, yeah,
with the group because this is such a short window of time. But the extra 5 HP that it gives me brings my total health point value to 42, which I feel is both auspicious and important to share. So
Nice.
So for a brief window of time,
Still rubbing it in, aren't you?
yeah, for a brief window of time, Jasper has 42 HP, is 42 years old, and measures in at 42 pounds, 3 foot 6 inches tall, which is, of course, 42 inches tall.
I'm so glad you came out of the cupboard with all that, lad.
All right. Well then, Hargus, you're up first.
Really ripper
You
up
see
too.
this?
So yeah.
You see this
Slow
creature definitely go from
down.
this fine flowing dress into what's rags and brackish, strange, deformed skin with like long forearms with longer hands with longer fingers. Very disproportional and just a very long gaping jaw. Basically void in the eyes and the mouth.
Crap. And I had tipped to throw a spell because I'm playing flat-footed.
Okay.
Hargus was trying to give them their moment because this is a little, awkward. So,
I mean,
he does a double take and
the thing have its moment with Dakren if you want.
no,
That is an option.
the first reaction he has is to strum and say, "Slow down." And then I throw my mug of ale if I got a chance.
Okay. What kind of saving throw is that? Is that a Constitution?
Slow?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to. Here, let me see what my notes
Might
are.
be.
I don't have the book. We'll have to ask.
One sec.
I can look it up.
Austin.
You're casting slow, right?
Not Austin. Yeah, Austin. Right.
Wisdom save.
Let's wisdom save. Okay. All right. Wisdom saving throw.
It's page 277 in my book.
As its body starts to turn, it I can't think of the music at the moment.
Slow down. Just hold your
That's the
horses.
one he was thinking of.
Yep. All right.
Jasper's
we'll go with
gonna whip out a toad.
I mean, you don't have any toes.
As
But...
Slow
Hargus,
down.
beautiful rendition
Sorry.
of his deeper voice.
It's the honey ale.
The creature
It's
turns
the mead.
and just is already sluggish in its movements. Seems to be almost stock still now from the slow.
Nice. That's a
Okay.
-2 to
It
AC.
seems to have taken effect as you notice that the spell has taken hold. Okay, with that, Dakren, it's your turn.
All right.
Just take in a good gander of that, lad.
Yeah, the smoke reads around the shape of my long sword and appears in hand. That's technically an action to do, so I don't know if you agree with that or whatever, but I guess
I don't mind you just having pulled that out.
First.
I don't mind that.
We'll just
having
say it
been pulled
immediately
out.
appears. Okay, we'll just say it immediately appears,
What are you whipping
The
out?
sword.
and I'll my long sword that's made of
Oh, well, yeah.
rock with veins of glowing.
That makes
And
sense.
I just go up and just angrily just rush up and attack this abomination that would dare mock my pain. So I'm gonna, let's see. You can't trick me. I'm gonna do.
I want
going
to get into
cast-
some of this cabin.
I'm gonna cast Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
So as I back, it gets 3 green flames, and I'm gonna attack. And that's pretty good. Yeah, 21.
21. Definitely hits. Roll for damage. Tell me the damage types.
Okay, so that's 5 magical slashing damage and 8 fire damage.
And 8 fire damage?
Yes.
Okay. The flame doesn't seem to burn it as much as you expected. Also, as you cleave into this creature, you hear her scream.
Not cool.
As if from your memory or
Jars.
something.
Good.
But you shake it off for the moment. Okay. With that, can't you attack twice? Or did you not take that invocation? Okay, so just attacking it with the one time.
I don't have 5 levels warlock yet, so.
Okay.
I don't get
But I
that till
will-
6th level.
Oh, did
So
you?
that's my
oh,
turn.
right,
Look at it,
because
yeah.
you're 1 level 5
Should
or something
probably
like
be
that.
tomorrow.
All right. Going to Jasper. You're next.
I'll circle around a little bit so I have a clean line on this nasty little bit of work there. Just go, I'm really sorry about this, Dakren. I hope that's okay, but you swung first, so I think it's fine. And just kind of pull a Zero out.
Kill it.
One of the nice golden sparkly head ones looks like a glitter bomb on the end of the arrow. Just go, oh, tree father, this is nasty. Kill it, please, and fire off. 18 on the die, so that's, I imagine, will hit. That's a total of 24 to hit.
24 to hit. Okay. 24 definitely hits,
Okay.
especially with the slow.
Yeah. Yeah, slow. That's great. All right, so that's a total of 15 points.
Friend told me about it.
15 points of radiant damage. So there's this blast of golden sparkles around it, all the ground up muscovite that Jasper diligently works into glitter on the end of these glitter bomb arrows, and it swirls around her nasty form. And the next attack will have advantage on so.
Jasper, you hear a voice scream, female, not one you recognize.
Not one I recognize. Okay, sorry.
Nope.
Brother, me just stepping on a crack.
Keeping my distance back
With
up a little
that,
bit, probably.
With that, it is now.
I'm really
its
sorry,
turn.
miss. I apologize, but you're real creepy.
Okay. Even in its slowed state, it's facing away from you. Its back was towards you, Jasper. And next thing you know, it's
I got a
right in
big
front
eye
of
full
you
of that
with its
ugly-
face right up next to yours, within less than a palm's distance. And you can almost feel its
Look at that gob hole.
with that, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for
Is
me.
this by any chance magic?
It is a magical effect, but not a magic spell.
Bugger.
There ain't enough big enough beer goggles for this woman.
Is it only against spells, or is it magical versus spells? Ah, nuts. It's only against spells, bloody. It's only against spells, yeah.
Only intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Oh, you're right.
saving
Yeah,
throws.
that's a good
Spells.
point.
No,
That's
no.
okay, though. That's 15
Either way.
on the die. So that's going to get me up to dirty 20.
All right.
Did it leave my range to go after Jasper, or did it teleport?
It definitely left your range. So you notice its movement, but from Jasper's perspective, it's instantaneously in front of him. From your perspective, you see it move like a judder, so you're able to lash out at it, but then in the next moment, it's over by him.
Okay, so no opportunity attack.
No, you can. It's not a teleport. It's an actual movement effect. It's just the perception of what you have is that way.
Okay, I'll do an opportunity attack.
With advantage.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Natural 19, not quite. So 26.
Definitely hits.
2 points of slashing damage.
Magical?
Yes.
Okay.
My longsword is magical.
Okay. With that, you hear the sobbing of the woman you recognize as you had hacked into it.
This could have been beautiful.
With that,
Really, it's on her, Dakren.
Which don't
Really,
quit.
this is on her. Don't let her get to you. I mean, she chose to take it this way. This could have been just fine.
Yeah, that was its turn. With that, Hargus, are you looking at it?
Not anymore.
Please roll a Constitution
Not
saving
after that
throw
question.
for me. I was pretty sure you'd
I'm looking at her center of mass, getting ready to smash her with my mug. Constitution saving throw.
Perspective-wise, her back is facing Dakren at the moment, but her face is facing both Jasper and Hargus, in my perspective, just for that clarity.
Yeah, I
What did you
gathered
roll?
that we saw his face. This is Hargus's night. I rolled a 20 with +1.
Natural
21.
No effects.
Natural 20.
You're disturbed by the face and image and kind of glance away from it. But
Hey, God, look at the gob on her.
hear a woman cry. A little more. With that,
Crying from this? Coming from her?
Yeah, but with that, it's your turn, Hargus.
All right, Hargus.
Smashing the mug. I'm throwing the ale in her face with and smashing, bringing the mug in behind it so I can clear my hand and draw my sword.
Okay.
And for my free action, I'm going to throw inspiration on Dakren.
Dakren?
Let's say, yeah. Oh, is it Dakren?
No, I'm messing with you.
It's Dakren.
Dakren.
So roll to hit.
Dakren.
I'm going to re-roll this dice. Purple's my color. Oh, it is my color. 20.
20 to hit. 20 hits.
Oh, yeah.
For
I'm going to have to see what that did. Oh, I got a mug. What does a mug do? D4, maybe, with a punch. So 3 plus, I guess my deck, no, it's not a finesse weapon for sure.
No, I mean, if you want to use your sword,
I rolled a 3.
You can have the mug in one hand and use the sword.
I do. I would like to make a case.
No,
I would like to make a case for Hargus specifically being proficient in mug attacks, because I feel like this is something that over his long
That's exactly
and
where I'm
esteemed
going.
career he has done a lot of. So.
That's exactly where I'm
in
going.
this instance, given the place you guys exist in, I will say sure. For all intents and purposes, that mug is a finesse weapon and doubles as you reappear. In fact, your thought of thinking, I have my mug in my hand, I wish I had my sword, the handle part extends into a thin rapier-like object.
Oh, man.
And now you're able to use
mug
it as
rapier. I'll take it.
So what
Just
would
don't
that be?
drink with it. You'll stab an eye out, kid.
It'd be like 7 points of damage, I guess. Bludgeoning damage.
The sword up here, you're like...
Treat it like your normal rapier is out. But it's definitely the mug you're swinging with.
Okay, sweet.
So you're definitely spilling all of your liquor all over them as you're cutting into them. It's rude. It's just salt in the wound.
Where's
Mead
the sword?
in the mangle.
The sword.
It's not...
Sorry, I lost my notes here.
No problem. It should
Yeah,
be
1d8
my
plus...
sword is. Well, I got that nifty new
that's
sword,
right.
remember?
Oh, this is just a rapier. So just a normal sword.
So it was just 6. 6 plus my dex. No, it'd be 10 altogether.
10 altogether? Okay.
Yes.
That is not magical for you, I don't believe.
No, it's not.
This is mug damage, so that's fair.
The mug is magical. It seems.
But my mead also was in her
fair
face.
point, Austin, but magical in a different sense, in my opinion.
I was throwing the spirits in her face, and spirits are magical.
Because Austin gives a compelling point, and this is not something I thought of a
When?
player doing. Roll.
Honestly, you're way more generous than I would have. And I would have been, that's a club. That's an improvised club and nothing else. Because can't stab somebody
Well,
with that.
you don't know certain things about this world that
Oh.
Hargus knows.
Oh.
And he does
It's true.
know
It's
it.
another good point.
He does know it.
That's good
So, roll a d20.
I'm just
and add
fine
your
with
spell.
it, I guess.
Do this. Your spellcasting modifier is charisma, right? Roll a d20
Yes.
and add that to it.
Let me get my glasses.
Is that your purple dice again? It's got to fail you.
It's my yellow one that did the. Oh no! I rolled a 19.
Not
So-
this roll.
Yeah, no. For all
23.
intent and purposes, this is a magical weapon. So
Nice.
it did-
Sweet. This might cause y'all to question some things.
Yeah.
can. And you
A
guys
sword
notice this as well. We'll
pops
continue.
out of his mug.
Boys.
Now that the lowering is done, let's continue. Dakren, it
Wait,
is your
wait.
turn. Unless you would like to move or make your second attack there, Hargus. You do have 2 attacks now.
No, I don't actually get that to 6th level. Fifth
Oh,
level,
right.
I'm
Well,
a
it doesn't get it
fount
until
of
6th.
inspiration,
Okay.
so I can throw inspiration again.
Yeah.
Which I'll do.
To who?
Well, that's what I did. I gave it to Dakren.
Okay. So Dakren, you have the bardic inspiration die, but Dakren, it is your turn.
I believe I go after Hargus.
No, it goes Hargus, Dakren, Jasper.
Right, didn't Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Stupid. I shut up. How about that?
So Dakren.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this a... Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm getting out of order.
No, you're good. There was a bit
Okay.
of debate over a magical mug turning into a sword.
Really
Well, I found it
really
delightful.
escalated quickly.
So,
So, is it
Chase my
attacking
bug!
Jasper?
It is in the face of Jasper. I imagine Hargus
Okay.
is a little bit more than 5 feet away from it, and currently for it to have left your range, you said you walked 15. It's 10 feet away from you.
Jasper's like
Well,
just turned away, pushing it.
all right. I'm gonna run next to Jasper and pull my shield out and equip it and get ready to keep fighting. So that's my action.
No bonus action?
Getting ready. Action to equip the shield. So you want to make bonus action. By the rules, it's an action, so that's all I can do. But
Yeah. No, I mean, you're fine. You pull out the shield at that point. Jasper, it is your
All right.
turn.
Then
Jasper, I need you to make... Hold on. I need to see something really quick here.
so is she like up in my face screaming
I have
when I
something
did
to
that
give you
first
after this.
save or what?
Nope, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
would you throw a bug at her?
Her with one little arrow. It was just a tiny arrow. It barely did anything. Why are they so aggressive? Another
she had it coming.
18 on the die, so
No effect.
that's gonna get me up to 23.
I will ask this. Now that you've all experienced this effect, do you choose to avert your eyes while attacking them?
Yeah, if
from
this
now
is
on?
seeming like something where like I'm looking into this horrible screaming face and it's like the worst thing I've ever seen, kind of a thing. I think
Yeah, your
Jasper would
eyes
just
are-
do that naturally. Just.
Okay.
I'm doing what the guys do, and I'm concentrating on her center of balance.
That just means if you're choosing not to look at them, it is disadvantage on your attack rolls again.
That being in mind, Jasper reaches to a largish jar that he's got on the side of his belt now, and he pulls it out, and he just reaches up and kind of shakes it a bit, and then opens the cork lid and like points it at where she is, and all of these wasps come flying out, swarming
Okay.
around, and they swarm her. So she will take some damage at the beginning of her turn or at the end of her turn. I'm not sure which. I'll check. Probably the beginning of her turn. I should check on that. But for now, that's happening.
What's the save?
It's going to be a dex save. One moment. And let me just see if it's the beginning of her turn or end of her turn. It's probably the beginning of her turn.
Rolled a 14, so I believe that's a failure.
14
right?
is unfortunately a save, so she'll take
Get
half damage.
Come on, Bride.
So she's going to take, instead of 13 points of damage, she's going to take 6 points of radiant wasp damage.
6 points of radiant wasp?
Oh, it's a...
She
I'm
totally
sorry,
had
it's not
it
a dex,
coming.
it's a wisdom save, but she'll pass anyway, I assume. But it's a wisdom save, not a dex save.
With a wisdom, it would be...
Thanks.
Oh,
it would be
awesome.
a 12.
Okay, well, great. Well, in that case, 13 points total of radiant damage.
7 points a game. As it burns away a lot of the flesh, and you see it writhe in pain, and once again you hear a girl's voice sobbing.
I'm really sorry, just go away! And the hornets keep swarming around. They are not stinging Hargus because Jasper has well-trained hornets. So.
Well trained. Well done.
It's its turn again, and this time it will look towards you, Dakren. Something's distinctly different, though. The face has this brackish pool just draining from its eyes like it's crying, just sobbing, like going through eyeliner. But I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do well.
This critter's too much.
Natural one.
Oh.
That's bad. That's probably bad.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That looks at me.
Yes.
Okay, that actually makes sense. Like with what was happening, because attacking Jasper, I'm just like, no, you're getting me. Leave him alone. This is awesome. It looks at me and then.
Oh dear.
So, as you look into its face, the face starts to meld back into Colette. But the eyes are still black voids. The mouth more natural, but can't see teeth. Just a black void gaping. And the running eyes. And you take 23 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
That's a lot.
that gone. That
And
is
you
spiteful.
just hear a far-off distance scream and crying and sobbing coming from her.
What kind of damage was it? Necrotic or? Necrotic. Ooh.
Necrotic.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably should care, but I don't care.
That she's crying?
You guys don't hear this. Only the person that has directly affected this or it's interacted with has heard those noises recently.
Thank goodness.
With that, you guys see as Dakren kind of stares at it and he just like flexes his neck and the vessels just burst and there's this blackish, brackish liquid that starts just draining from his neck and on his forearms and just seems to be bleeding out of him. You can't tell if it's his blood or something else as the necrotic takes hold. That's its turn because it is slowed and can't do anything else other than one action a turn because of somebody.
It's great.
With that, it is Hargus's turn.
Okay, I'm going to take the time to pull out my real sword.
Okay. So you have your mug sword, and you have your real sword.
Dual wielding.
I'll just use the mug sword for defense in my offhand. And I will, I guess if I'm allowed, I'll attack.
You are. You can definitely draw and stow a weapon for free, so.
Sweet. Awesome. Oh, it failed me. 5 plus 4, 9.
Now, there's something I have to check about your sword, but I don't think I'll have to worry about it in this particular case.
2d6 flame damage.
Uh-oh.
Let me double check that. Is it on active?
I think I just invoked it.
Bonus action. It's a bonus action to activate the flame tongue, if that's what you're talking about, to make it burst into flames.
Yeah.
It's a what?
It's a bonus action to make it burst into flames if you use that sword.
I thought I just had to invoke it. Which
Invoke as a bonus action.
Thought that was
some of them are that way, some of them aren't. So that's
we're talking about the same thing. I just don't know when to do it.
Yeah. So if you invoke it, it bursts into flames, and actually, no, we'll keep going with that. So burst into flames. I guess nothing happens at the moment. And with that, you hack into it with the fire damage and the sword damage. So roll for damage.
Hold on.
Oh, did you roll to hit?
I did. I only rolled a 5. I thought maybe I hit him. 9 with my bonus.
Oh, 9 would miss. Sorry.
Woof.
Yeah. No worries.
So that misses, unfortunately.
Another time.
However, you are dual wielding a mug. You used your bonus action to ignite the sword.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Austin, but it's the chance.
Not a chance. A guarantee.
I'll message you.
Hey, Hargus.
It's not because of certain things with this world. It's not going to matter. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, it's fine. Like you can work, but I'll explain to you.
You know what I can do now? I can go from a sword to a helmet with a straw.
I was going to say, remember I bought a magical
with
bag
that,
of tricks from a shadowy vendor in the shadow plane, and I used one, and it attacked me. I bet your sword has no negative side effects.
Yeah. Yeah. So about that.
Who needs a soul?
About that, Hargus, I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you do look at it, as you did not roll with disadvantage.
16. I think I have +1, so 17.
7.
I believe so, yeah.
You're good. No ill effects. But now, Dakren, it's your turn. As the sweeping face is.
Hey, looking, buddy.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action second wind.
Not good, I guess.
And gain 6 points.
We got to get out of here.
So yeah, I just like reel from that necrotic damage, and then I just like roar with fear that this thing is like make mockery of this. And so I'm going to attack with Burning Blade.
Okay.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. Definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, so that is 10 points of magic slashing. Points of thunder damage. And I'm going to roll Hargus's inspiration die to do more damage. And is that a D6, Hargus?
I think it's
It's
a
D8
D6
now.
still. Oh, it's a D8.
Right now.
Okay, so in that case,
Nasty.
I'll make sure, but
another,
I think I just read it.
8 damage, another 8 magical
Awesome.
slashing.
So let me get this straight. You did
An 8 on it.
28 points of damage.
Sweet!
That was the first slashing.
But so how do you want to do
There's
this?
8 plus 2, which is 10.
And then another 8.
I don't think
18.
20. What did you say?
18,
20?
not 28.
I thought
There's
you
8.
said 2 different 10s. That's why I got confused. Because 10 thunder
No,
damage,
I did.
I thought
I
10
did.
from the dice.
No, it's 2 thunder damage, 8 from
Oh.
the inspiration die, and then I can't remember what the first one was. 10 total.
I think.
Yeah. 6 plus 4. So 10, 18, 20 total.
20 total. Okay. Either
Still
way,
Just
how
Woohoo!
would you like to do this?
all right.
I'm sorry.
So, like
In the future, it's a D6.
Oh, it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, I just hear that crying, and it just no fear, just complete anger. Like, I know this is not what is some sort of abomination that is pretending to be her, and I just hack at it and hack and hack and hack and tell it stops me. Like, I just very violently
Got
get
pinata.
into a rage, basically. A non-barbarian rage. So just
Okay, as you hack into this creature repeatedly, and you keep hacking to it, eventually the rage subsides, and you see 2 bodies, both mutilated. The body of the grayish brackened creature off to the side, almost cleaved in 2. Chopped, basically mincemeat from what you've done. And the cut into, as you've come to realize, your sword is in Colette. Normal face, exactly as you remember. But dead in the eyes. With a look of, why? Just resting against your blade. And her hand barely reaches up, caresses your face, and falls limp. As the body slowly starts to slump.
I make my sword disappear just into smoke, and I just kind of turn around, not looking at her, and just kind of mutter to myself, is this a funny joke?
I don't believe this
Did
is
we see
real.
the same thing with the 2 bodies?
Hey yourself.
Yes, you did. You 2 not being enraged in the form, as you saw him hack into the body, eventually on one of the hacks, he hits in and the body separates out. But then in his rage, he comes back around and hacks into her.
I'm going to seize Dakren by the shoulders and tell him, Dakren, hold on to yourself. I don't believe we are in a reality.
Could I do a...
This is
Everything
some
here
cool
reminds
joke.
me of some sort of story.
Could I do an insight check on that body
the
swap
ill
thing,
feel.
or the body split? Like, does it look like a real human person
Oh, yeah.
in front of me there?
I mean, it's starting to turn to
Oh, it
ash
is?
and
Oh, okay.
disappear.
That's...
The blood, though, is bubbling and evaporating.
Okay, all right. Creepy.
By the way, it is a D8 on inspiration now.
Cool.
good. That worked out.
But for you, Hargus, what did you say just before that, where you wanted to investigate the body? You said you thought of a story? Oh, I know what you meant. Okay.
What I'm referring to is the lore that I've learned,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to soothe him enough that he doesn't go crazy, thinking he's done something horrible when it's probably whether it is or not. I don't want him thinking he's just killed his love again or something. So I'm trying to convince him.
I'm turned away from her. I'm just shaking head like this.
Part lore,
Is
part
this
bullshit. In order to
idea
try
of
to
a joke?
Sorry.
It's kind of looking up, and I'm just like, is this your idea of a joke, Wretch? Because this is going too far, and it is not going to break me. Do you understand? And my eyes are just like blazing red. Won't cast
This
my
is
spells,
evil.
but not just like.
Jasper's keeping a good distance from both
And then
bodies.
And then it just fades a little bit as
I'm just trying to keep contact and mentor him a little. This is the face of evil. Don't let it suck you in, because that's what it wants, is to control you.
I hear a lot of words thrown around here, and the two of you both seem to know more than I do. Hargus, you say you know what, you've been to this place or have heard of this place.
I've heard of this place. I've heard many stories about it, and from what I can tell, this is the realm of shadows.
We just left there.
And yeah, it appears that if I remember right. Sorry, I got a mouthful
that
of
happens
puns.
in combat sometimes. Sometimes I get real snacky.
This is not crickets.
But no, right into my throat.
Crickets really help with the baritone tenor. It just really sounds good. That.
Hey, I recall stories, and everything here appears to be the same. No, now I've cut off on the concept. This is a dream realm where the only way to escape is a rhyme that talks all about this, a nursery rhyme that discusses how the only way to escape is through going through sleep, and there's no sleep in the dream realm. That is the only indication for how to get out of here, and that's essentially it.
All right.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Could you write down? Could you write
That's
down
not
what
comforting.
you know of the poem, maybe? Well, you write that down. Dakren, you mentioned.
I can.
Would you like me to
Well,
reiterate?
while he writes that down, Dakren.
Please.
I'm asking Hargus. I like his description,
Yeah, I
but I
think
can
we read it.
reiterate if he wants.
Yeah, you see my quill busily going across the page, and if you read over my shoulder, it sounds just like brand brick.
Oddly.
Get to that in a moment. Jasper,
while
were you
he's
gonna
writing
say?
that down for us to all read together, Dakren, you mentioned the Wretch was doing this. Who's the Wretch? Does he run the dream world or something? Who's that?
Don't
well,
worry about it. Let's try and figure a way out
Dakren,
here.
you know, to be fair, I would love to not worry about it if that were an option, but it seems to be sort of a, we all have to worry about it sort of situation.
No, it's nothing to do with you. It's everything with me. So don't worry about it.
I call
It
it the
won't-
gods below.
It will affect
Right.
you. Now, where's that door? And I'm just gonna start wandering around looking for that door.
Are you still holding on to the body, by the way, Austin?
No, I let go and knocked her away and walked away from her. This is not Colette, and I refuse to
and you
believe that
haven't
it
looked
is.
back,
and-
right?
Right. Yeah, I'm just
We're
looking away. Just looking around the. Did you say the glade? Right.
It was a glade with a small, like, winding path. It kind of looks like a picturesque park, with just a couple large trees, and next to the winding path near a bench, there was a large tree, and that's where she was standing. And that was where the carving was. You guys fought around in that area, and you're just standing here. Now that combat's over, you notice that the path is much smaller, and you see a new door just at the end of the path.
Oh, it's
Everywhere
time
else
to
just
go.
seems
It's
kind of
not
like
the
an
one we-
expanse, or you're in a room of some kind.
All right, and it's not the same door that we went through. Like I can tell.
Yeah, because of where you guys were positioned, you know that the door you came from would have been behind Hargus, but this door not only is on the other side, but it's not mahogany. It's more of an oak.
Ooh, a nice hardwood.
Distinctly different in coloration and style too. Whereas the other one was a turn handle with like kind of a crystal knob. This one is
Sweet
more of a
and
pull
heavy.
handle with a trigger.
Jasper, will you hold this
This-
handle so I can get a drink? You can be my
I-
beer
And
assistant.
as I think we better follow Dakren. He seems to be heading off there, and he's getting out. He gets out that jar with the cork,
okay.
and takes the cork off, and starts like
Yeah.
ushering his wasps back into the jar. He's like buzz, 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 buzz. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dakren is stomping on flowers that are next to the
Meet
path.
Dream World. Collects all his wasps in the jar, puts it back on the side. Yeah.
Jasper, what is
Oh,
your
it's
passive
wonderful.
perception?
I think it's 10.
I'm composed.
Yeah, it's a 10. It's really good.
Hargus, what is yours?
I'll have
mine's
to
better
look.
than yours.
Sorry.
What's yours, Dakren?
Perception.
Passive what?
11.
11.
Perception. Oh, just a 1
So 11.
bonus.
So 11 for you as well.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm busily composing a song
You
about
seem to
tiny.
notice anything different.
Hold me closer, tiny warriors.
That's lovely, but how about the
was
poem about how to get out of here? That seems a bit more pertinent. What was that again?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, I was.
he finally.
There's another-
finishes writing it.
Door?
You find another door, but as you're starting to point out the door, Hargus announces the little poem that he semi-recalls. This is the land of where dreams rest and reside while they wait for their owners to return. In such a land, you must beware, lest you find yourself unaware. You must rest before you must rest to best the realm that you now reside. That's a little different than what you I gave you earlier, but you wanted a poem version of it. So that's Hargus's reinterpreting.
What was the last part? We must find rest to.
In order to best the realm in which you reside.
I wonder if we shouldn't try to take a repose here before we leave. Like, not immediately take the doorway, but rest first.
Yeah, that. I mean, we must find rest.
I've been called off! That's below!
I mean, I suppose we could try that. We just like sit down and have a little break or something. Is that restful? This place seems kind of restful. Nice trees.
I've been emptying this mug steadily. I'm sure I'm rested.
Good point.
I'd be willing to bet that each of you has to go through something like I did. This door probably goes to your first, your Jasper, your Hargus. Once we get 3 out.
I'm not interested
Don't
in
know
going
much
to any
about,
door with my name on it.
I don't
Besides,
think it has your name, but it's.
I'm not telling the
probably
GM my
more to-
name, so he can't have a door with my name on
That'll
it.
learn him. That's just science right there.
Hargus is my granny.
Well, I mean, did you
Sorry.
get kind of beat up in that last one? Do you need a rest, Dakren?
And then the adrenaline wears off, and I suddenly realize that I feel horrible. And there's like big black veins all over my body. I'm just like, oh.
Well, you don't look
I just like, I kind of collapse and lay in the
Yeah.
grass.
Ooh,
I'm
all
just
right,
like,
yeah. Let's. All right.
It's incredibly
bring your
comforting
mug? I
to
got
lay
my
in the
mug.
grass.
Should we take a little break? You want to?
It's what?
It's incredibly comforting to lay in the grass. Like the softest
Oh no.
bed you've ever
Sounds
laid
bad now.
Holy crap, I hate it when the GM encourages me to do something poorly planned.
Maybe the
You evil
part of
bastard!
the dream's over, and we can just have a good dream. I'm fine with that.
Look, you even got the
I'm gonna
eyebrow raised.
start. I'm gonna start resting.
Do you close your eyes?
Yeah. If
Oh,
really
good
good,
God.
Close your eyes.
relax.
At least you think you close your eyes.
You.
Austin, or Dakren, you realize no matter how much you blink or close your eyes, you're still seeing everything like your eyes are wide open.
So
Eyes
I
wide
can see
open.
through my eyelids, kind of.
You're not sure if your eyelids are closing. It's so disorienting.
I'm
smart,
gonna
you've
cover
been
my
blinking.
eyes with my hands.
You see
Oh,
the
that's
back
not
of your
so bad.
Cover
hands.
my hands.
You see the
thought we
back
were
of
gonna
your,
fight
you see your
monsters of the year.
palms.
Roll over onto my stomach and go like this in the grass.
You definitely see your sleeve.
All right, well,
I'm gonna-
can probably look like that then.
I'm gonna nudge Jasper with my
I've
3-foot
been
long
some
mug. And,
grass.
hey,
What
what's
is
he
with that
doing?
mug? What are you? What are you doing?
I don't know, and I can't reach my mouth with
Right,
it. Dang
yeah.
it! That's why I was asking you to be my
I mean,
meat
tempting
assistant.
an offer as that is. Did you buy a mug with a sword in it? Was that part of your shopping back in Hardale?
It
Oh,
looks
it
like
went
a
back
normal
to-
mug
No.
now.
Oh,
It was.
The second you mentioned that, and you guys both become aware of it again, it's just the same mug that he had before.
wait a minute. I think it has healing potion in it now. Here you go. Try it.
There seems to be a red liquid inside.
Oh,
You guys see me like
Yeah.
rolling around in the grass and like stick my face into the grass and rub, and then I get my
I pour
and just
healing liquid on
completely
him.
over it over my face. I'm
I
just
pour
like,
my mug on him.
Dakren, are you all right? Oh dear.
By the way, Dakren, no matter how much you cover up, no matter how much you try to cover your eyes, it's still
Oh,
just
jeez.
as bright.
ah!
It's like if you're looking at your arm from a distance. No matter, or the cloth from a distance, there's always light. And no matter what, you cannot seem to get any darkness to cover your eyes.
I'm
Get to the
gonna,
part where I
I'm
poured
gonna
a
watch.
mug of
I'm
healing
just gonna
potion on his
cl-
head.
He's wet now.
I'm just gonna watch, and I'll just look up at the sky.
Okay, it's
Just
bright.
relax as much as I can.
Okay,
All right.
it's super comfortable,
But you
incredibly
can't sleep.
comfortable. But you can't
He's
seem to
got
sleep.
a grass. It's amazing.
I actually,
It's like the
Okay.
fields
you know,
of
to be honest,
Elysium.
Well, Hargus, what are you doing, or what are you guys attempting to do?
Oh, I poured my mug of healing potion on his head
Okay.
while he's rolling around in the grass.
You seem distinctly to smell of tomato juice,
oh,
What?
You poured it on my head?
like V8.
That's not a healing potion.
it's a valiant attempt.
Oh, sorry,
He,
lad.
he poured it on.
I thought it was a healing
While you were
potion.
rolling around.
Yeah, as far as I know.
I did. I was trying to help.
What the nine hells was that for?
Strangely
I
enough,
thought it
none
was
of
just-
it got in your
Oh.
eyes.
I thought it was. I was just trying to prove a theory.
Oh, I hate tomatoes.
I didn't say smelling sauce. I said healing potion. These mugs aren't near as smart as I thought they were.
Well,
Do you try drinking the red liquid?
I'm going to drink some.
Roll 2d4.
oh no.
5.
Heal 5 hit points. If you were missing
Oh.
any.
I did. I wasn't, but I feel rejuvenated.
Yep.
I feel
But no
delightful.
noticeable effect.
All right, so we
Okay.
can't sleep here, but we have to find rest. So it's one of those like sort of catch-22 situations, I guess, huh?
I'm going to plunder around till something
Well,
happens.
we can't sleep, but I'm gonna at least take a rest.
Yeah. I
Okay.
You guys
so
join
are
me
you
in
taking a
grass
short
this
rest
evening,
or a
so-
long rest?
no,
I'll take a short rest.
I'll
Do
take a
you
short
still
rest.
have your mugs with you?
I got my mug.
Yeah, I think I have mine.
I know you took yours. Jasper, did you bring your mug? Okay.
Mead with the
Um,
stinger.
You wait for about. Are you doing short rest or long rest?
Short.
Short rest,
Jasper's
since we
not
can't
doing a
sleep.
short rest. He's pretty nervously kind of pacing around, looking around. He's kind of on edge. So
Okay. So, Hargus and Dakren both roll Constitution saving throws.
oh no. As he's pacing around, Jasper gets out the components and
8.
starts applying the snail slime to
17.
his fancy
17.
vest.
Dakren, you gain 1 level of exhaustion as you are unable to rest, but feel lethargic. So lethargic, so comfortable, but can't fall asleep.
Oh dear.
And you're. Other than
That's
that,
not good.
you gain the normal
the
benefits
benefits
of
from
a short
rest?
rest. You get the normal benefits of a short rest. However, you do have 1 level of
That's no
exhaustion.
good.
Okay. I'm gonna roll some hit dice.
It's a bad place. It's a bad place. We found a bad place.
Ooh, I forgot I have a fighter hit die, which is better.
Yeah,
But,
D10 for
yes.
you.
Yeah, as they're rolling around, failing to
minute.
rest adequately, Jasper's applying his snail slime to the bits of leather spaced over his vest and kind of sparks it up so it flares up. Because yeah,
It is glossy.
he's quite on edge and wants all of the armor he can get, so he lights his alchemical armor.
Mage
Alchemical armor,
That's a quite nice polish.
as he calls it.
Alchemical armor. Curse you. Get it right,
That's a
DM.
piece of mug.
Listen, I work in terms that I know, and I can imagine what they could work
Don't
with.
know what you mean.
So,
Are you guys
made a short
okay?
rest
You
after
guys-
a period
you
of
guys
time.
Look.
What do you do
look
now?
terrible.
I've had enough. I cannot get comfortable
Pray
on
for
this grass.
inspiration from the gods below.
Alright.
Let's
Hey.
get out of here,
Keep
guys.
going through creepy doors and
Well, meditate on inspiration from the gods below.
I don't know about that one.
You asked me.
So, who steps through the door first?
Jasper.
Should we dice for
I'm
it?
gonna wait a second, but if they don't
Yeah.
move,
During the
I'm
short
on
rest,
first.
towards the end of it, Jasper will
Okay.
walked over and kind of just inspected the door, just like looking at it, see if he can find out anything. Yeah.
Beautifully made, very distinguished, kind of a fine craftsmanship. Simple in
Ooh,
design,
it's a nice hard. It's a
but
nice
also
hardwood.
elaborate.
He
But simple in design.
Yes.
He does
Simple
have-
is best when you're dealing with a good hardwood with a
He does
tight
have on
grain.
his check for traps, but he is adding to the bottom of the list, don't go through strange doors. He should have put that on there, so that's number 4, don't go through strange doors.
Well, you're done. Your father
Seems like a pretty friendly
But
door.
the last
I
one
don't
seemed
know why it
friendly
seems so
too, weird
strange to
voice
you.
in the sky, but this one seems just as friendly, suspicious. So he'll check for traps, because he saw Brandbreck do that once, so he's going to look around for traps.
Doesn't seem.
All right.
Seems
You
like
guys
a
want to
perfectly
go
fine,
through
normal,
this
friendly door.
very
No
friendly door?
I'm pretty sure that traps are only placed doors that people don't want you to go through, and whoever's just up dream definitely wants
Add
to
that
go
to the
through
note
that door,
here.
So probably
Just
not
add
gonna
that
be
to the
trapped.
list. Addendum. Only on doors. Okay. All right.
All right, let's get this over.
Okay,
And try
Wait
to
a
get the
So
door.
who goes through first?
Jasper, are
Jasper,
you going
open the door.
or shall I?
He's holding it open for you guys. No, he's holding
Jasper's
it
going
open
in
for them.
first? Oh no, he's
Are you
holding
are
it
you
open.
are you saying something
yes.
directly?
After
It's very impressive of
Hargus,
you.
are you going in before Dakren does? Because Dakren's not going to wait for you guys.
A moment. I empty my mug.
Do you
Okay.
go in that moment?
mid swing.
Dakren?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go if they're lollying.
Okay.
I'll get this over.
Dakren
Oh,
enters
jeez.
first, and then
Oh.
Rush after.
you
Yeah.
guys go through. It's dark. It's dimly lit. It's taking a moment for your eyes to adjust. After you all get through and the door closes behind you, kind of blink for a bit, and you're in the same place, but it's fall time. And looking over to the right, you still see the tree with the scratched out lettering, and there is a pile of flowers that you don't remember being there before. And as you walk up to him, you notice that they're making some kind of lettering, maybe?
Who they?
The flowers are making some kind of lettering, sorry.
Oh, okay. I got it.
What do they say?
So, maybe this look familiar too. Probably weird too. Trials like mine. What do you think?
What's it
say?
say
Over here?
It says Dakren.
This looks.
Do we have to spell out our reply? I'll start picking up.
In fact,
around this area. Just the flowers.
You realize you're actually in the same place, and after a moment, you start to notice that you're pretty sure that's where you left her body. And flowers grew that says Dakren now.
Okay.
But it's fall time. Everything else seems to be dying, but the flowers seem pretty much the same in place.
Do you think you need to jump on the flowers, Dakren?
Do you want me to sing a song about roses surviving the winter?
I'm not sure that would help in this instance.
I'm just gonna ignore the flowers and go look at the tree. Does it still have a carving in it?
Yes, and it's still not carved in. That one side is not carved in. It's scratched out again on the lettering.
That's harsh.
But it still says C plus and scratched out.
Eyes that's red, smoke forms into a knife, and I go up and carve a D into the scratched off.
Okay. Your knife, being somewhat more magical, actually burns into it rather than just carves.
Yeah, and I into it like I angers, like a scar tree with that. So
it's like a smoldering, like burnt. It's somewhat charcoaled and it eventually cools, but there's this very distinctive dark D in it. In it now. After a moment, the wind picks up, and you're surrounded by white petals, which is what the color of those flowers were. And there's just a swirling amount of white petals around all of you, and it's getting thicker and thicker. And eventually, your eyes come back. It's so thick that you can't see, and eventually, after a moment, it settles and is lightly falling. You realize it's no longer petals. It's actually snow. You're in the same area still, but it's snowing now. There's no grass. The trees are barren. The etched-in name is there, but nothing else. You can't see the path, and you look ahead, and you do see a doorway, but it's the same oaken door that you saw before.
Okay, one of you guys go through the door.
All right.
Again.
All right. Again, I'll go ahead and empty my mead, wipe my mouth, and go through.
Okay. Hargus, as you grab the door and you attempt to open, it seems to be locked. As you're trying to jimmy it and trying to get it open, you hear this grumbling sound, grinding, gnawing. What is that sound?
It can't
After a
be
moment, almost like a bone xylophone, you hear something skittering around near your feet. As you look down, you see this weird snake-like object burrowing through the snow. Or is it a snake?
Oh.
Roll initiative.
Is this a euphemism for farts?
No.
Snow.
So at the moment, to get a perspective on your positions, Hargus is at the door. Did you guys follow right next to him?
Yeah. He's...
Or give him some distance?
I'm probably still over by the tree.
Okay. So you would be about 30 feet. You'd be about 30-ish feet from Hargus. and then Jasper, wherever
Lost
you were
in the
gonna
middle,
be.
looking back and forth at both of them as Hargus is shaking the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're 15
Yeah, just
feet
like,
between both of them, which means the writhing creature seems to be
Of
headed
course.
towards you.
It's okay. My initiative of 5 will surely save me.
Noted.
Have no fear, gentlefolk. Hargus, just open the door.
Advantage. I'm exhausted. And it's not one on the
As soon as they tell me I
roll.
can.
Hey, not at the bottom.
I need to go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll be back. I'm
Safe
at
bet,
3
safe bet.
anyway, so.
And again, I
Hargus,
rolled the
what did you
purple
get?
dice. 15 plus 4, 19.
So Hargus is
Yes,
first.
thank you.
Jasper,
Thank
what
you.
did you roll?
Total of 5.
Jasper!
Just the lowest of the low. Oh wait, Dakren
Yep.
rolled lower than you, so it goes. There we go.
Inconceivably. Rolled lower.
You guys trying to figure out what's
We
going
are
on
trying
in
to
this
figure
place
that out.
already?
Jasper did notice that Hargus was having trouble opening the door. But Jasper didn't have any trouble opening the door. It just opened right up, yeah?
So the store's probably
True.
meant for Jasper, what I'm reasoning in my own
Yeah.
out of character.
You could definitely
No, in
try
character,
that.
too.
I mean, you could try that before anything else. We'll see. There was a flower patch that said Dakren.
Yeah. Is the flower patch covered in snow now?
Does
Is,
this point
is it all covered by the snow?
Yeah, the flowers are no longer there. It's just snow. You're not even sure where it's at.
Good night, sweet boy. Love you.
Well, thank you, Scott. I'm not ready for bed just yet, but I appreciate the sentiment. I wish we could sleep here.
Pat you on the back, too, if you like. It's a skill I've developed. It's what raising 5 children gets you.
So we can roll combat while we're waiting
sure.
for Austin to get back. So.
What did you get initiative? Oh,
so
Hargus
gain
got high
impact.
initiative.
Turn on any battle
Yeah.
music that you may want.
Dun, dun,
Sadly,
dun,
our
dun,
battle
dun,
music is disabled at the
I'll
moment.
do it for us. Dun, 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 dun.
So, Hargus, you're up first as you have noticed this creature first. It seems to be a skeleton or a spine that seems to be slithering through the snow.
Ah, dang. All right, sword it is.
Okay. It's quite
Well, wait a
big
minute.
too.
Purple dice.
It's a large.
Oh,
Very large.
It's fairly large. We're talking like maybe 20 feet in length.
maybe we should just go
Might be
through the
worth
door.
it. Might be worth a shot.
And it's writhing just towards
Just open
Jasper.
the door.
Open it! Open it, Hargus! Open the door!
It's open. It's open. I'm opening the
It
door.
still seems to be locked
You
the
can't-
more you
it's-
try it. Are you going to
Oh,
keep trying to
oh.
open the door? Or are
No.
you going to try and do something else?
I'm going to attempt to strike this snake.
Strike it down.
Alright. So to
Well-
How did I miss?
The
Uh,
purple,
Just John.
the purple
Oh, no.
dice is broken. I rolled a 4 together, 8. 8.
8
8 to
does
hit.
not hit it. As you stab your sword in the ground, it writhes right around it as part of its body, and you just can't seem to hit it. With that,
Inspiration,
what you've missed is that
Jasper.
there's snow everywhere. They don't see the flowers from before that had your name, Dakren. And they don't... Hargus went up to open the oak door, and it didn't seem to open, and then noticed this 20-foot spine writhing through the ground, through the snow, towards Jasper. And then he took a swing at it.
Okay.
And missed. And with that, as it
Feels like
continues to
home.
writhe, it quickly moves forward and then pops out of the snow a pearly white Naga-like featured skull with a split jaw just spreads open and
Jasper
rattles
sighs
at
deeply.
you. and then reaches out to grab your face. So it's going to make an attack. And that's an 11
something
to hit.
did not hit me. First time for everything. I managed to bat its face away with my my bow staff / longbow. And redirect it to the side. Ugh.
Okay. With that, it goes back down and it moves around to the other side of you. Not out of your range, but onto the other side, headed
Well, if
towards
it's underground anyway,
Dakren.
probably can't hit it. Yeah.
But it does leave Hargus's range.
Oh,
So you'd like to make an
it
opportunity
left my
attack.
range. Well, yes, I would. I am going to
Okay.
try a green dice. We'll just see what happened there. 11 plus 4, 15.
15 is a glancing blow.
Which makes sense.
Feel free to hit it.
Then what do I roll with a glancing blow?
It's the normal damage halved.
So you roll normal and
Oh, okay. Let me.
Yeah, you roll normal. If you get an 8, it's actually 4 damage.
Okay. There's 2 plus. No, wait a minute. So it'd be 4 for the first, and then 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 4, 5, 6. So two flame damage and 4 regular damage. After
2
you cut
flame
it in
damage and
half.
4 regular damage. Okay. All right. And there we go. So 6 total.
Mhm.
Okay. With that ends its turn and your opportunity attack. Jasper, it
so
is
it's
your
stopped basically on the other side of me, behind me, more or less. Yeah.
turn. Yeah, it's technically still slithering.
It's on its way.
But yeah,
It looks like on its way out.
Well,
Yeah,
it's 20 feet long.
All right,
It's taking a while to get
I'll
all
drop
the way past
a little firebomb right kind of next to it then, right next to me, just out of my way. So it bursts into flame, filling a 5-foot cube, and
Okay.
then I'll book it for the door.
you. Okay.
this might be a good time to note that what the bard's singing, and it's something to the effect of, "Oh, Jasper, if he catches you, he's through. Oh, Jasper, if he catches you, he's through."
Running straight to you.
Anyway,
And
sorry.
he runs straight to,
I could remember the rest of the tune. I could
Right.
alliterate a little more.
runs over to the door, grabs the handle, tries
Right.
to pull it open.
Is that what you
Yeah,
do
sure,
with your
if that would
action?
take an action, or if that's a bonus action or whatever. I said I threw the bomb first,
To
so
use the
if it would take my action to open the door, then I wouldn't have it.
I would say you ran over to the door. You could probably use your bonus
Sure.
action to attempt
Yeah.
it. You grab it and you tried to.
Locked. Okay.
It's
All right.
locked.
Well, the snake can make a dex save. If it's underground, though, I don't know.
And with that, Dakren, it is your turn.
Pass.
17 to the dex
Pass.
save. I think it succeeds.
Okay, so the thing is slithering towards me.
Yes. It is currently... There's a 5-foot space between you two, so you could just move up and hit it if you want.
Ooh, Jasper and Hargus don't seem to be on the menu.
Is it like hidden under the snow? Like, is it hard to tell where it is? Does it look like
If it
it's
wasn't
covered?
moving, it would be hard to tell because it's a pearly white skeletal body in white snow. But because it's so big and moving, it's pretty easy to tell where it's at.
Okay.
You
All
can
right,
see
so,
how
I'm
Hargus
gonna
would have
go up.
missed that if it wasn't moving over by the door.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna run up and my knife is now longsword, and I'm gonna hit it with a booming nade.
Okay, go for it.
21,
21 hits. Go for damage.
and I'm going to make that strike. It's gonna be like, you leave him alone. Do you
Listen.
understand?
Listen to
Focus
Dakren.
on me. I'm the one who's going to cleave you in two. And so that is
He's got that age.
5 points of slashing, 2 points of thunder, and another 5 points of slashing.
So 12
Nice.
points total.
Yes.
All right.
10. Just,
Get him.
and the
All right,
next
so
attack
just-
roll against it, advantage.
Okay. As you slash through it, it just kind of. Have you ever ran like a pencil across like a bunch of fence or something as you've been running past it, or through like the spokes of a tire or something that way? It just makes that kind of noise. That's what happens when you slash through it with your sword. It
Oh,
just
no.
makes that noise.
No damage? Oh,
No, it definitely
Oh,
hurt
good.
it. You cut it off. Cut
oh
off
good.
the ribs that seem to be off at the spine. It just makes that noise while you're doing it.
I get it, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And at that point, oh, I forgot to mention this on Hargus's turn. Hargus, you hear a voice, but different this time. Demonic. Somewhat, and you don't recognize it at first. What languages do you know?
Hold on. Glasses. Sorry.
Language of glasses. Very high pitched.
Gonna have to go to big print. English, Dwarf, Sylvan, and Draconian.
You do not recognize what it's saying. But you
So
hear
it is
some guttural
probably
noise that seems very... don't know if it's abyssal, if it's infernal, if it's primordial, or something that way. You recognize it kind of like how somebody can hear Japanese but not know Japanese.
Uh-huh.
It's like that. You just can't place what it is.
Hmm.
Dakren,
Interesting
what
note.
languages do you know?
Technically common and elvish, although since Tasha's came out, I wondered if I should change elvish to something else because I wasn't raised among us as a half, but maybe picked it up out of interest. I'm an elvish goblin.
Probably dwarvish for you more than anything.
Okay.
With being in the army and stuff like that. Dwarvish would make a lot of sense for you.
Yeah,
We'll see.
growing up near, yeah.
Dakren, you also hear this guttural noise, but don't recognize it. But it's familiar. You feel like it's been calling you. In fact, it sets you on edge to the point where you instantly loathe this thing.
Probably the natural predator, natural enemy of gnomes.
It's also about this point that you realize it wasn't slithering past Jasper, but it seems to be headed to the spot where those flowers used to be. At least you think. With that,
The flowers by the tree.
Relatively.
they're a little bit further from the tree. The skeletal beast has not reached the tree that you were at yet. And
Is
the
this a
flowers are
snowflake?
just a little bit past that. And it seems to be heading to where that was.
I thought that the flowers were by the door. Huh. Okay.
Well, no, you fought by the tree, you left your body
I know
there,
you
and
want
walked
to.
to the door,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Slow death.
So, with that, that's kind of where we're at with that. And anything else you want to do for your turn, Dakren?
Nope. That's my turn.
Hargus, it's your turn.
Hold the door. Well, I can't open the door, so I'm just going to clear all the way. So for Jasper here.
I couldn't open it either. And we've seen the snake.
Oh, you couldn't.
And we've seen the snake kind of go past Dakren towards where the flowers were, so it's leaving our area. So it's like it's just.
Is it heading towards
kind of
Dakren
passed
though?
him on the way and is going towards where the flowers were.
My
Jasper
urge is to
says,
follow him.
In his combat bubble. You're going to follow it?
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's obviously trying to communicate somehow, so I'm going to try to cuss at it in Draconian and see if I get any response.
Do you speak parcel tongue? I'm pretty sure we need to know parcel tongue.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. These damn
I think I have a
slitherings.
parcel tongue gnomish dictionary, but that doesn't really teach you any sentence structure. It's just looking up words, so your grammar's just garbage.
I know that'll get you in
it's
trouble
just
real
garbage
fast.
grammar, but maybe.
SOCKS all
You know
over
that
again.
legend where snakes can hypnotize people? I thought it had I thought it had Dustin for a minute there. You were just like I thought you froze. All right,
I don't know what else to do. If we can't open the door, we might as well pursue the thing.
and Jasper's got his
sponge
feet
it
like
if
on the
nothing
door
else.
frame, like he's up a little bit. Actually, yeah, how high is it? Did he have to jump to get to the handle? Is he like hanging?
It's about for most medium-sized creatures that
Okay.
normal size.
So yeah, Jasper's
door.
like got his hands on the door handle and his feet
About
his feet
3
are
to
on
4
either
feet.
side of it, and he's like wrenching on it, trying to open the door, but he's like up off the ground a couple feet. So
No matter how hard you pull, no matter how strenuous you flex those
little hammies.
little halfling muscles,
Yeah, rub some bug juice on it
don't
or
think it
something.
works
Why
that
don't you?
the door does not seem to budge.
You know how it works. I don't know how it works.
You also feel strangely comfortable holding this door, like you've. It doesn't hurt to exert this amount
I mean,
of
this
force
is fine,
against
but
it. It's such a nice
it is a
door.
lovely door.
Your
I
gnomish
wouldn't want to hurt
cubes.
it or make it dirty or anything. It's a very nice door. I think.
It's a fine oak. It's a fine oak with a tight green.
All right, so are you
can't
running
beat
after
that.
the snake or what? What are you doing?
I'm going after the snake. We're going to see what happens here.
Okay.
We're going to mix it up. See if he wants to, what he wants to do. Parlay
Are you going to attack the snake or what?
or hack at. No, I'm yelling at it in Draconian to see if I get any response.
Okay.
But I want to make sure he's not attacking Dakren,
Okay.
too.
I mean, it definitely attacked Jasper.
It did miss, though,
So-
which is very suspicious. Very few things miss when they attack Jasper. So maybe there is more here than meets the eye.
Who knows?
Probably smelt the crickets.
Maybe just wanted a cricket. All right.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
With that, that's Hargus's turn. It's back to its turn.
Wait a minute. I have a free action. I'm just going to go ahead and throw free inspiration on whoever's closest to the snake.
You can do that with a bonus.
Yeah, that'd be
action, but
Dakren.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
that'd be
Bonus
Dakren.
action.
You're-
Yeah.
That would be Dakren.
You already gave it
at
to
the
me.
moment.
So
So Dakren.
I'm going to toss him the softball then. Yeah, but we had a rest, so I'm reset. So
Okay.
Sweet.
With that,
I reset with a short rest
Right,
now.
no, I'm saying but I have an
It's-
inspiration, right? Didn't he give me an inspiration just a round ago?
I thought I can hand
Yeah.
out like
Yeah, you
4
can.
of them at a
I'm
time.
saying I think I have one still.
Right.
If I recall, you gave me one.
Was that before we took?
I thought it was. Didn't you give me an inspiration like in the first round of this combat, Scott? Yeah, I thought
I
so. When I
believe
was
I
going
did,
to
yes.
Yeah, he was like
to
singing
come open the
about
door. And would Jasper open the door? Would Jasper open the door? Jasper can't open the door.
Nice one. Nice one.
It's stuck.
All right. Yeah, it's great.
okay.
So what does it
with
do?
that, it.
Will you please
Right.
open? I'll say you better.
hold on.
You better.
We're all
better
inspired.
that.
We're all
Let me finish
inspired.
combat.
Oh yeah.
So, the spine-like creature, after being attacked by Dakren, curls up and starts winding its way around your body, and the bones start clacking together. It
That
makes a
can't be good.
cacophony of noise, and it's a tune of some kind. I need you, Dakren, to make a saving throw.
What style?
What style is
Freestyle.
this?
Style.
Wisdom
Gundam
saving
style.
Wisdom style.
Gundam style saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay, I am proficient in wisdom, and I get a 9. But I'm to add
Good
inspiration.
time for inspiration.
throw. Okay.
Ouch.
11?
Oh dear.
Yep.
Unfortunately, no. So, with that, your muscles and body locks up as you just become entranced by this noise.
God, blue.
As the body keeps wrapping around you and making this noise, the head has now lulled and started looking down at you, poised to attack. For all intents and purposes, you have been paralyzed
That doesn't look good. That doesn't
by
look
a
good.
spell.
I think
Well, righty then.
Is it
looks
hypnotism? I think I have a chance to negate that.
I feel like Dakren's gonna die because of the two
Hold
hooligans
it.
on.
Hold it. Was that?
It's a
No,
spell.
never mind. That was a charm effect.
Could have been.
I think it is considered a charm effect by.
Is it? Am I charmed
No.
and for the duration of being charmed and paralyzed?
No, it is.
It
It
just-
is enchantment, but hold person is the spell, so no.
Bugger.
Oh, got it. Okay, I'm good then.
Yeah, wasn't a different thing, but no.
Okay, got
Cast
it.
hold
Making
person on you. Okay. Let's see. With that, going back to Jasper's turn,
Right.
as that was its movement
Okay.
and attack.
And so it's like, is it all bound around him with the head way up, or is there?
It moved all.
If I were to make something big boom,
For all intents and purposes, it's
His
basically
space. Oh,
occupying
boy.
his space at the moment.
do I think I can?
Did it move? At least feet, DM.
Oh, it did. So it did. Boom.
Okay. So it took 5 points of thunder damage. It did.
Oh dear.
Okay.
All right.
Understood. That's how the noise started off, I guess.
Boy,
Okay,
Jasper's
Jasper.
nervous about hitting his buddy, so he's gonna try something new. He pulls out this this orb with all these little hooks and sticky bits on it, like big blobs of the glue that he likes to use for so many things. And am I within 60 feet of it? Okay, he's gonna just kind of do a little run, skip, push a button, and then chuck it at the head of the creature. And as it goes and like hits the head, it like gloms onto it, a little bit of glue, a little hook across one of the teeth, and then these little springs start firing, bang, 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 and the springs are like bouncing it back and forth, so it keeps on bashing the head. So it's an attack roll to see if it actually hits. Ah, crud, it doesn't. 11 to hit.
So have you ever watched pinball machines and the ball just goes bouncing between a bunch of stuff randomly and then slows down and then
Yeah. Right.
That's what your device does inside the area of where its bones all are, because it hits the head and one of the springs goes off at a wrong angle and it starts bouncing around inside the monster that's just coiling around him, and eventually it goes shooting off to the side with a whistling just
Oh no. Ah, shoot.
We got some bugs to work out there.
All the while, more entrancing Dakren as he's just like,
That's not ideal. Do better.
Make xylophone music.
It wasn't supposed to do that.
and because of the realm that this is in, after it goes flying off, new high score. It's just above. It just fades into existence.
Noise. Noise.
Okay, anything else you want
just
to do, Jasper?
kind of kick the dirt.
You see
Yeah.
the
They
word
can all be
tilt
winners, bud.
appear near where you
Where-
kick the dirt.
Where it goes flying off,
with
it
that
does look like
Dakren,
it might bounce off. It does look like
is
it
your
might bounce off a
turn.
couple trees.
You may make a
and
saving
bounce back,
throw
though.
at the end of your turn, I believe.
9. I'm just like, this is such a stupid dream.
A
Just wake up
deaf
already.
kid sure can play mean pinball.
And then my turn.
Okay. Wow. Why are you
this is
rolling
bad.
so low for those things?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is bad. This is bad.
Hargus, your turn.
Crap, I'm at a loss. Is there any loose bits of this snake I can interpose myself to attack?
I mean, you could attack the snake. For the most part, narrative-wise, it's, quote, in his space. You can still attack it without hitting Dakren.
Well,
Unless you intend to. In which
I
case,
can't-
that's up to you.
Yeah. Well,
You
you
can
know,
slash
put him out of
it.
his misery, right? And I actually can't negate. I have a chance at 6th level to negate charm.
Yeah.
So, just in
Well,
case
it's
you were
not a-
wondering.
Yeah, it's not a charm effect. It's a hold person,
Yeah.
so it's paralyzed.
Oh, wait a minute. Dispel magic.
I mean, yeah, you could. Do you have that?
Why, yes, I do.
You dispelled the
Hey.
magic on.
In song.
Yeah, you can do
Well, you
that.
know, I'm not sure that's fair because I was really thinking he was charmed until you. Well, it's the same thing. It's magic.
You could-
So,
Either way, yeah, it's
Dispel
still
magic. Are you casting that as a 3rd level spell then?
3rd level spell.
Okay, yeah. It is dispel.
Without looking
It
it
is,
up,
it is.
yes.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
however you want to do
I
that,
wrote down.
you do a jig, slap the thigh, toot a little, and that spell is gone. And as you do, the
Scallion.
body loses whatever momentum it's been getting and crackles, and then it slumps to the ground. It is no longer in his space, and it's over to the side next to him, back where it was, basically. So,
I'm going to keep on continuing forward in case I can attack him
okay.
later.
As you move forward, Dakren, you are no longer under the hold person effect.
Good.
That was lucky because it was about to bite his face off.
He sounds relieved.
Good move.
Good.
It is very good. That was a good save.
Don't underestimate Bard's utilities to the party. Do not
I
underestimate
know.
Bard's
All of a
utilities
That was
to
a
the
good
party.
thought.
going
Scott.
on.
Good save.
Yeah.
I know. I just happened to read those
with that,
earlier when I was
it's-
trying to
it's
figure out what I could
turn.
do.
Frustrated by what just happened, it snarls over at you, Hargus, and it's actually going to move towards you, Hargus. That means it moves out of your range there, Dakren.
I'll opportunity attack.
And as it comes at you, it's kind of doing this and raising its head higher, higher.
Okay,
And
I can get
it
into this
starts-
rhythm.
It starts saying something at you, and you can't tell what it's saying. But I
Oh no.
do need you to...
It's only
It's
12 on the attack
12?
delay, so miss probably.
Yeah, that misses. Eventually
Is it a
comes close to
verbal
you,
attack? Oh. Okay.
and it gets next to you, and then it bows down and rapidly basically
boop.
bonks you on the
Booped
head
ya.
like a kiss. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, well, I'm going to use this white dice that already
When they
says
boop
20.
you, it's a sign of affection. You should be
Right.
fine, Hargus.
17, and I have no modifiers for wisdom.
It's hopeful.
Well, I think I have a 1 actually, but so 18.
18. That succeeds, unfortunately.
Sorry, I did roll the white dice that already
That's a good
said
start.
20, so you know that's the way I pick my dice, unless it's purple.
Right.
Roll them up.
That's
See which one's
its
positive.
Right.
turn.
Um,
Jasper, it's your turn.
I roll all my dice and see which one has a positive attitude, and that's the one I pick.
He'll
Right.
fire off a good old-fashioned fire arrow at him. Natural 1, so that's probably not going to hit. So he draws us off and he fires
Okay.
the arrow. It just kind of goes into the trees. But after he fires it off, the golden ball that shot off the snake does bounce off a branch, ding, bing, and come flying back towards the snake. How far away did he move from his location to get to Hargus?
Let's see. Hargus, you ran up to it with your 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then it was 15, 30. It didn't have to move much because Hargus would have been able to reach it.
Okay, so if it didn't have to go very far, then the ball does ricochet back in time to try another attack on it. That's a 13 on the die, so 19 to hit. Yes, sir.
19
All
to
right.
hit. Understood.
Woohoo!
Definitely hits. Roll for damage.
4 points.
I almost feel now like I should be trying
4
to talk
points
to the
of
snake.
force damage as it catches on one of the spines and
Force?
bang,
Okay.
pops off on it.
Okay. Alrighty. With that, Dakren, it's your turn.
All right.
I just think the snake's cute now that he's popped me in the head. Little
You know those
funny
bobbleheads-
foo-foo thing going on.
You know those bobbleheads that you hit and make the
Yeah.
rattly noise like a skull? That's exactly what happens.
I guess I'll just do another booming blade.
Okay,
Hasn't
go for
hurt me yet or anything. So. D5.
A D5.
25.
25. Definitely hits. Roll for damage.
6 points of slashing and 3 points thunder.
All right.
No,
Thunder! Thunder!
and that's my turn.
Right. Okay. That's your turn. Hargus, it's your turn.
I'm going to attempt to speak Draconian again. Say, talk to me! I'm not sure what's going on here.
Okay.
Now, what did he do?
It didn't seem to recognize
Just
Draconian
kill it.
last time.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Just kill it.
Bumped me in the head.
Booped ya.
What was that about?
I don't know. It seemed to
Just
be casting
kill
a
it.
spell of some kind. When
It's
it did
trying
it.
to charm
Oh,
a
okay.
person on you or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought at first, but okay.
I was trying to do something more nasty than that, but whatever.
I'm gonna flame on this snake. I'll use the white dice again. He's been good to me. 19
Ebony,
plus 4,
Ivory.
23.
23. Understood.
I'll just set it here.
Man, get those dice checked.
Hmm.
Those better not happen
I
when
know,
I'm
right?
running the real campaign.
Well, it is a rare event, so I'm just going with it. 4, that's 8.
Definitely hits. What are you doing?
8 from a regular attack, and then the sword does an additional 3 points of flame damage.
Okay. 3, and you said 10 on, 8 on the dice for the sword itself?
No, I actually rolled a 4 plus my dexterity bonus is 4, and then 2d6 for flame damage. 2d4. Oh, I'm rolling the wrong
What
dice.
was the total?
Well, I rolled the wrong dice for the flame damage. I've been rolling the wrong dice the whole time. I've been rolling D4s as D6s.
Oh, whoops.
So for the flame damage, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
For my damage, it was 8 points of damage. 16 points of damage total.
Okay. Ooh,
That's pretty freaking sweet.
It's not looking good at the moment. So, this is gonna be really funny if a certain booming blade is what kills it here. We'll see. I have a descriptive way of doing that. But okay, Hargus, you cleave into it, and fire starts to ignite down its body. With that, anything else you're doing for your movement?
It's like black cat firecrackers.
We're about to find out. And it's its turn. It does move because it's trying to move towards where those petals were previously. So roll your booming blade damage.
Is that?
Eight.
Oh.
And 1. So 9 points of thunder damage.
8 was enough. It had 8 hit points left. It had 60 hit points. You guys had done 52 damage to it.
Sweet.
So
Good
it had
job.
8 hit points left.
Good job.
So the first 8 got it. So much like a bunch of firecrackers, that fire streams of it. The booming blade activates, and then spines, or bone goes everywhere. And as the bone hits the snow, it melts instantly and turns into barren ground, and it just starts going off and off. And eventually the area around you becomes barren.
Okay, me and Jasper look at each other and...
No, I mean, well done. Well done. You guys did a great job. I was embarrassing for me. I don't wish to talk about it. But he walks over there and waits for the springs to stop bouncing out of the little ball that he made there. It kind of winds down after,
Just sitting there
after a
going
minute
like
or so. And he walks over to it and grabs it, pushes them all back.
Hey, that looks like it'd be fun for a girl and a boy.
Unlikely, they would probably get very injured, and pushes them all down. After it's
while I'm thinking about it.
no, I was gonna say after it's all locked
sorry.
in, he picks up this little key and sticks it in there and winds it up again. All right.
Okay.
Sweet.
That's
Bouncing Betty style.
Supposed to be better than, but anyway.
Bouncing cricket style.
All right. Is there anything in this? He was trying to get to the flowers, right? Was that? He was trying to get to the flowers. The snake thing, wasn't he? Did you get that sense, either of you?
I'm gonna go start.
Hey, wait, a moment, Dakren. A moment.
What?
Have I pulled this out and offered it to you yet? It's the shield that we got in our previous adventure when Dakren wasn't around.
Oh, right.
I've been using it just to protect my heart, but you could probably make better use of this, as I see you have a shield.
Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I could use this.
I have no
Just
use
been
for
using
it.
this old one I used to use in the war. Yeah, this is nice. I'll definitely use this.
Okay. Well, I hand it off to him.
Looks good.
Definitely.
And I didn't identify it. I intended to hand it off to whoever was using the
An eyeball
shield.
on it, I think, right? Doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Hopefully, is it a green one?
Paint it.
Green eye?
Is the door
The
still
orange
locked?
eye.
If I open the door?
It actually looks like it looks similar to Dakren's shield, just a little fancier. And it's like some magic insects, like runes, and the actual front of it.
Ooh, is it embossed?
I remember a few of the generals in the war used to use these, so kind of nice. Or get it.
Emily's mother gave it to us.
Emily's mother gifted it to us for our work to finding the girl.
Her husband must have been fairly well regarded in the army then. Gotta get. really got to talk to somebody about the widows of, what do you call them? Foreign wars or something like that. A fund or something. She needs a little support there. Anyway.
It seems in
All right.
these parts, people would rather forget.
It's very, very possible. Is this door still locked up here?
And now I have advantage on initiative rolls
That's
and
pretty
perception
good.
checks.
That's pretty good.
Sweet.
Well, the only one that hasn't tried the door is
Dakren.
Dakren.
Is
Me?
it still locked?
Fine.
Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and try it again.
Who's trying the door?
Yeah, I tried.
Jasper, then me.
Okay, Jasper, you attempt to open the door. Seems to open.
Again.
These dirty
Okay,
birds.
I mean, do we just go through, or is there still stuff? Because we went through it once before, and we just came back, and it said Dakren in the flowers, and like we just went through. Maybe we need to go through? Someone else needs to go through first. Should I go through first?
Last time we rest first, so that may.
I go over to the where the flowers were and just kind of kick some of the snow off it, see if there's anything there.
It's pretty barren ground. Doesn't seem like the flowers are there anymore. Could be because it's
I
winter.
think we're here. Let's move on. Spring. It seems like that's next, right?
All right.
Who goes through the door first?
You guys ready? I guess I'll go through first this time, huh? All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
Draw my bow. All right, here we go. Oh, Tree Father, please watch over me, and kind of walk through.
Okay. So as you walk through, once again, it's hard to see, and you have the darkness into the blinding light, and then eventually all of you get through, and it closes, and it opens up, and you're in a shop. Or a home. A home that's maybe a shop? There's trinkets, there's tools, there's various things all around, and crazy craftsmanship and works and otherwise. And about this point, this seems familiar.
Very nice place.
Is this... This feels nostalgic. This feels like home, especially to you, Jasper. And you see something that looks like a crib in the corner. Pictures that are blurred out through like frosted glass that look like a happy family having had a kid or something that way. Different family pictures. And you notice a red cat, similar to your own, just resting on the table, just sitting there.
Hey, all right. At least something a little more pleasant this time, huh? Do you think we look for another?
Like clay's pleasant.
What's that?
Until
I'm sorry.
Abomination
Wait,
turned
who?
on
What?
us. So that glade was kind of pleasant until that monstrosity attacked
All right,
us.
fair
So I'm
point.
not gonna
Fair
relax
point. Fair point.
yet. I've got my and sword
Yeah.
out at this point. Ready to
Jasper takes off his green hat, turns it inside out to the red, points it up real good, puts it back on, and gets it nice and pointy red up top.
Okay.
All right.
As you guys look around, this looks like a home where maybe somebody that did tinkering or something else like this. The more you look around, each of you start to realize it seems like the kind of house that Jasper would have, with just strange devices all over the place and homebody and other stuff like that. But this definitely looks like a couple's home that had a kid.
This look like your childhood house or something, Jasper?
Does it feel familiar or like
Rings a little.
that I grew
It
up
doesn't
in?
feel like the one from your rock gnome.
Oh, it's
It doesn't feel like the one that was there, but it feels nostalgic. It feels like this is where you belong. And other than the lone red hat on the table over to the far side with chairs around it, there's a comfy fireplace, 2 giant sofa-like chairs with the big back. Seems that people would spend reading there or otherwise, but it seems like you're in just a cozy little roomed cottage. Maybe there's a stair or otherwise, but it seems like a singular roomed house. Yeah.
But everything's
Seems pretty
HO
cozy.
scale.
The scale seems to fit both his size specifically, but also could accommodate, someone like Dakren or yourself.
I'll go look at the pictures, just kind of go up and glance at them, see who's in the photos.
They're very frosted.
Yeah.
And
blurred.
otherwise. But you hear, but as you do this, you hear children laughter, but you can't tell the direction that's coming from.
I go look in the crib.
Crib's empty, but you start to hear it too, Austin. As you guys start
Are
to...
there doorways, halls?
No, it seems to be a
just in the
singular
room, they're
room
exits?
that you've came into. And you guys start looking
No
around as
exits
you're
or
trying...
windows?
There's windows, but you don't see anything like doors. But the windows seem dark outside, like if it was at nighttime. And you can't see through them at all. And it's at this point that you start to... You keep hearing the laughter, and each of you starts identifying the laughter. And as you're kind of looking around, each of you start turning... Start to realize the laughter is coming from the center table that has the hat on it. Just little children laughters.
I walk over to it and I'm like, "You want to lift the hat,
No,
Jasper?"
I heard a thing once about how, like, one of the most beautiful sounds in the world is a child's laugh, except in a room where there's no children, and he'll reach forward and just kind of peek under.
Better if it's coming
Peek
from a
under the hat.
bulldog.
Yeah.
So you touch the hat?
I sword and
As you touch the hat, it has a sticky, strangely rough sensation to it, and then it writhes in your...
living hat.
As you...
I saw.
You
Is it
slash
a
the
minute?
hat. Okay,
Roll for
we'll get to
initiative.
that in a moment. Roll initiative for me, but Austin, you did get a free attack here.
Hey, finally a decent roll on initiative. That's a 22.
Let's see, straight roll on initiative with my exhaustion, so 10.
Okay,
But I did a surprise attack, or
you do. You still get that. Because you said you were ready
Alright.
to attack it the second it happened, and then you did before it's...
that's only a 10. So
10 for
Does
the
that-
hit? It does not.
yeah,
So you go to swipe at the hat, but as Jasper freaks out, he yanks back, and you just hit the table itself, but you don't seem to cut into it.
all right, got
Ah.
All was right in the world again. I rolled a 2.
However, Austin, your sword
Oh,
does
no.
stick to the table.
Oh no. Oh no.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Oh no. Oh, it's the darkest timeline.
So, with that, we're rolling
boy.
initiative, and we'll go from there.